place. So that's a little bit of electronics. You guys kind of seeing the law a little bit?
It's in everything.
It's in everything, yeah. It's beautiful, beautiful law. Oh, let's shift a bit. Let's go into an introduction into string theory. In string theory, there's 9, 10, or 11 dimensions in string theory, depending on which theory you look at. So there's 5 different theories of string theory, and then there's one theory that kind of sums them all up. So at first they thought it was a theory of everything, and they find out there's 5 of them, and then they're like, oh my goodness. Now they find there's an even bigger one, which they call M theory. This is still older. This is still in the 90s, I believe. Now, most people can't wrap their head around what these other dimensions are. And what are they? We can imagine 3. Some people say they can imagine 4. A lot of people count 4 as time. So time is the 4th dimension. I don't consider time a dimension, but a transition state, or a process or a procedure. I consider time more the development.
The yogis do that.
Yeah. Yeah, time's pretty much always considered dimension. I wouldn't consider it dimension myself. I'm going to show you 11 different dimensions. I'm going to start out with 0, which is this beautiful blank canvas that has nothing. Okay? I'm going to show you 10. This perfectly balanced system that stores all information that could ever possibly exist in all of time. Everything's completely and perfectly balanced and repeated an infinite amount of times. It goes forever. Just like this 0, just a massive empty space, nothing. What's the difference between 0 and 10? Essentially, they'll both look the same. Because if everything's perfectly balanced, it all cancels each other out. So it appears as if nothing. Remember this little diamond thing? Neutral and neutral. Your positive and negatives. Same. Remember? What's a completely empty space? Innocence. What's a completely full space? Truth. Okay? Essentially the same thing, but they're not. Okay? That's 0 and 10. 1, 2, and 3. 3 physical dimensions. Exactly what we have right here. 4, 5, and 6. Consciousness. Conscious, subconscious, and unconscious. Or wait. Conscious, subconscious, and higher consciousness. Okay? It's your second set. 7, 8, and 9. It's your higher set of dimensions. Spiritual dimension or spiritual reality. I refer to it as the other side. Some people refer to it as heaven, but heaven is being able to go back and forth at will. Being able to use the whole system. So those are 9 different spatial dimensions. Science got stuck trying to figure out what the extra dimensions are because they don't include religion. It's always a big war between science and religion. They got caught because of this ongoing war, this conflict. They're not allowing everybody to be right, everybody to be 90% right. When you start including spiritual reality or a spirit universe, you really start to see the other half of what's going on.
Thank you.
Physical. Spiritual. Consciousness. When you die and you go into the light, eventually you won't have a spirit body either. You'll just be blank, eternal. All you exist in is inside of this memory system. It's also where you gain access to a lot of different controls as far as the virtual systems, things that are introduced in Visions of Heaven. Consciousness exists at the start. Somebody said the other day that God created the heavens and the earth. I don't think people realize that He built them at the same time. And one of the things in physics says for every particle, there's an antiparticle. Somewhere it's split, and there was a reality here, and there was a reality here. Here, being the subconscious or this system, this memory system, that playing out this whole program, nature. And you got two different places where these went. Here's nature of the body. It sees both. The body can see both. If you can reach up to this point with your body shows it to you. If you're down here, you can't see it. Spiritual beings who are created, or the anti-us, exist up here. They see everything. They see all the information. But they have no physical form. They're not solid. Here, we're solid, but we're also ignorant of all the information. Here, we can see it all. Here, our advantage is we can't see it all. What's the advantage of not seeing anything? That's the whole point. To close up everything about who we are so we can just experience one thing at a time. Separate space. Time only exists once you get down here. So when you start to really factor in that there's an energy world, not just a physical world, you start to see what we can do with the universe, what we can do with space. There's also a concept that the universe can exist with 26 dimensions. You guys know what 26 dimensions would be? 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 4, 3 cubed,